This is Clonmacnoise Road in Crumlin, Dublin. I live right across there, number 5.
At the age of 12 he'd be found in Crumlin. That's a lower economic part of Dublin. If you were to have a game of Monopoly, Crumlin would be the least expensive property. In a place like that, there's a lot of rough and tumble, so the young kid Conor had to get ready to rumble. He made his way to the local boxing club. There he was given a pair of boxing gloves. Little did Conor know that boxing would help make him notorious in his neighbourhood. But if you want to make it in MMA, you need to practice wrestling and BJJ. For that, Conor needed someone who could help him see. In steps from Kavanagh of SBG. This gave Conor more legitimate clout. He said,
"You will see me on the UFC without a doubt."
Let's fast forward to 2013. Conor could be the greatest that Ireland has ever seen. He was a two-weight Cage Warriors champion and he won those bouts in devastating fashion. At Trinity College, Dana White was hounded. Bring Conor to the UFC, come on, be a sound lad. April 6th, the Irish got their wish. When Conor went to fight Marcus Brimage with a counter-striking style and a paw that was south. Conor won when Brimage got knocked the fuck out. For Conor, this is when things would get crazy. He shouted Dana out to get
60 G's, baby!
August, his next fight against Max Holloway. It went the distance, Conor couldn't put him away. He would
Improvise, adapt and overcome.
because he tore his ACL but somehow still won. For almost a year, Conor would be out of action, but the hype train, it was losing no traction, cause the UFC was coming back to his country and Conor was healed. And now he was hungry with that monkey off his back with the gorilla on his chest. Conor came home to Dublin to prove he was the best. Brandao thought that he was in with a shout, right up until the moment that Conor knocked him out. This was no luck, there was no four-leaf clover.
We're not here to take part, we're here to take over.
His next fight in Vegas, UFC 178, he had to prove against Poirier that he could be great. People thought his predictions were getting absurd. He said,
Push round KO, mark my words.
he was right, and for Conor the belt was getting nearer, but first he had to go and knock out Dennis Seaver. Now Conor would finally have his title shot against the 10-year champ Aldo, in case you forgot, to hype their fight. Around the world they were flying, they had to promote UFC 189, but then Aldo got hurt. His rib was impaired, disbelieving Conor said,
The man is running scared.
in steps Chad Mendes, they had talked before. Conor verbally destroyed him on BT Sport. Poor Chad with the shit talk, he was left for dead. When Conor said,
Have you ever been double in?
forehead.
now they would fight for the interim belt. Aldo was gone, these were the cards they were dealt. They said with the wrestler, Conor be crap, but he'd have to overcome to win the interim strap. On the mat for 2 rounds, but Conor escaped the submission. Then he knocked out Chad with clinical precision. The word interim with Conor, it did not sit right. So with Aldo, they organised a unification fight, UFC 194. The scene was set, in Conor's mind, there was no way he'd be bet. In the end, 13 seconds was all that we got, because
Nobody can take that left hand shot.
for Conor, being featherweight champ was not enough. He wanted 2 belts, but he knew it would be tough. He told Dos Anjos that his wife should
Break out the red candies.
He thought he'd be able to win the lightweight belt handy, but to Conor's dismay, it happened once more. Dos Anjos couldn't fight because his foot was too sore. With him ruled out, Conor would fight someone else. But this time, it wouldn't be for a belt. He'd fight Nate Diaz, it could be no other.
You're taking everything I work for, motherfucker.
Conor and Nate were shit-talking high achievers.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck either.
Conor thought Nate's conditioning was shoddy. He made fun of his.
See me fat, long body.
For Nate, Conor's bite couldn't live up to his bark. He was
playing touch butt with that dork in the park.
In the end, Nate knew what he was talking about. He hit Conor with a combo and made him tap out. The word was rock. Conor was supposed to eat Nate for his supper. Nate wasn't shocked.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
A new fight was on the cards. The build-up wasn't calm. Insanity was over. It was time for Conor's game plan. The fight was 10 times better than Mayweather and Pac. A 25-minute war. Both men were on the attack, but Conor won the decision. So
The king is back.